We human beings have one thing in common. We don't like to do something till we know exactly how it benefits us. So, why do I need to invest in knowing my inner self better? For one simple reason: survival. Physical survival. Now, you'll ask me, what do you mean by physical survival? Don't I need to be physically fit, where I invest in exercise, good nutrition, good relationships? Yes, these have their parts to play and very, very significant, uh, asset building when it comes to our physical survival and we talk of resources. But the one that we neglect is actually our inner self, because from our inner self comes humor, that X factor that helps us move in challenging situations when we know that there is no right answer, when we are faced with threat of violence, or a colleague criticizes us, or someone at home is passing snide comments. At that time, humor, which is not nasty or stinging, really comes to our benefit. To survive, I must find myself, and it won't matter where I am. Once I know this simple fact of life, I can use the gift of imagination, meaning, altruism to survive any difficulty which is there. We have artists and who talk about how difficult it was when things were not okay. When we look at great art, without any words being written, we understand. We connect to the deepest emotions. We understand their survival journey. How does that happen? Because they managed to connect to their deepest selves and express the pain which was plaguing them and which threatened to annihilate them completely. So, as you connect deeper to your inner self, you'll be able to understand what does not feel good in this situation. How do I manage it in a way that my physical safety is not threatened? If finances are a problem, how do I look into it? Do I invest in some skill building? Do I take on a job? Or do I just do some charity which makes me feel worthwhile? Some of these questions seem very blah and very la di da to some, but actually they save lives. Because when we find meaning in our life and we are able to do things that give us a perspective of how we want our life to look like, many of the challenges that drown us stop drowning us. It's like we learn to swim against the tide. So, if you are struggling to survive and you don't know what's really bothering you, invest in getting to know your own self a little better. You would be pleasantly surprised as how bit by bit character strengths like wisdom, humor, altruism become your guiding light and your emotional ability resources for a life of emotional well being.